Hi, this is Chris here with DotProduct for a brief demo of some of the exciting new features coming soon in our release of Dot3D Edit 2.0. Dot3D Edit is a .dp point cloud management tool that functions fully on Android devices such as the DPI-8X handheld 3D scanner or on Windows PCs, which is what I'm operating on here. All the functionality is the same in both versions of the tool. So here we have a DotProduct DPI-8X 3D scan of an electrical room that was captured completely in one scan. We've brought this into Dot3D Edit on Windows, and I'm going to go through some of the new functionality that we have here in version 2.0. So first I'm going to go to the View button on the top right and take a look at the options. Similar to past versions, we have the surface-based photo rendering or the point cloud view, which will give you a better idea of every single XYZ color coordinate that was captured in the scan. However, the surface-based rendering gives you a better view through walls in the foreground, for example. So you can switch back and forth or utilize whichever one you prefer. Next, we've added the ability to switch between perspective and orthographic view, which is very useful for not only view perspectives, but also for cropping. If I want to switch my vantage points, you can now automatically detect, or based off your coordinate system set, a top-down view, a front view, or a side view. And particularly when you're looking at it from these direct angles in the orthographic view, it's very useful for cropping. So if I go to Edit, Crop, I have similar cropping to past versions of Dot3D, but this will make it very easy for me to crop directly through very level crop off within my scan, and I'll take away everything I have in red. And now I'm going to switch back to that point cloud view for my own personal preference. Next, we've added the ability to set and manage your coordinate system within Dot3D. This is something you've been able to do in Phi3D in the past, but not directly in Dot3D Edit. So now if I go to Edit Coordinates, I can set and manage that coordinate system. So in this case, it looks like we already set it in Phi3D. Let's reset it for demonstration purposes. I'll hit Set to the user-defined coordinates, pick Origin, and hold on a point on the floor that I want to set my origin or any known coordinate to. To set my z-axis straight up out of the floor, I select primary and then hold a point on the floor. And to set my x-axis straight out of the wall, I select secondary and then hold a point on the wall. That sets your coordinate system that will carry on through the rest of your use of this data within Dot3D and other applications. So next I hit Confirm, OK. The measurement functionality has also been improved from earlier versions. I can still measure for any point-to-point within my scan, and it is a draggable endpoint, with the new function being the zoomed-in window you see on the top right that allows you to get very precise with which point you're picking. You'll also notice that we're now seeing our change in X, change in Y, and change in Z automatically based off the coordinate system that is set, similar to what you've seen before in Phi3D. The units can be modified very easily during measurement right here in this pane. Moving down the line, the next option we have is Annotate, which you've seen in past versions of Dot3D. I can flag any single point within my scan. We'll call that Target 1. Add any detailed information you want to put in there. It saves the exact 3D location and stores all that into your compressed file that can be opened in Dot3D elsewhere for viewing and management. The new function we have here is the ability to flag surfaces and cylinders in my annotations as well. So if I select that surface plane, it'll automatically recognize the surface within my point cloud data. And you can tag an entire wall, plane, floor, etc. Within your scan. If you hit the Edit button, one very useful piece of information that's automatically generated is the area. In the units that you set for your entire project, it'll tell you that exact square footage of the surface area of the wall. So we'll call this Wall 1. In addition to surface area measurements, it can also be useful for other measurements. So if I add another one on this wall here, and then I switch back to my measurement tab to start a new measurement and select that wall, it'll ask me, do you want to measure from this point or from this plane? I'll say from this plane. And now I can drag my measurement around to get different clearances between different parts of my scan, all perpendicular out of that plane that's already been recognized due to my annotation. So obviously a very useful function, and we'll be seeing more and more to come with this capability in future releases of Dot3D. You can still take the same strategic screenshots as before, which will save directly to a folder on your hard drive on the PC or on your tablet if you're using the Android version. The Share button now offers on Windows the ability to share directly to Point Fuse or Point Fuse for DP, whereas the Share button on Android allows you to share to a variety of applications from Dropbox to email and then also to InfiPoint's DP, which is pre-installed on your DPI-8X kits and allows for automatic surface and cylinder extraction from your data on the tablet. When you're ready to move on from Dot3D into another application, you go back to the File tab. One thing to note here that we've added is the Info button. You can put in a caption, any other detailed information, and also save the number of frames and points from your scan data in that Info tab. When you're ready to save, you can use Save or Save As to save into the DotProduct DP file format, or you can select Export. And we've added a significant number of new export formats for maximum compatibility throughout additional applications. You can now export to E57, POD, LAS, LAZ, PLY, PTG, PTS, and PTX. However, we are adding more and more direct import partners for our DP file format, so whenever possible, we recommend that you just save as directly to that DP file format. So we'll call this demo crop. Save. To the user-defined coordinate system, save scene. And that concludes this brief demonstration of some of the new functionality coming in DotProduct Dot3D Edit 2.0. To stay up to date on the release of 2.0 and any other features that are coming soon, please visit dotproduct3d.com and subscribe to our monthly newsletter.